Everyone thinks they know me. The fallen woman, the seductress, the repentant whore who wept at his feet. But let's set the record straight, once and for all. I was never a prostitute. There I said it. The Gospels never called me one. Jesus never did. That shame-stained label was sewn onto my name by men centuries after I died. Men who needed to control the narrative. Because heaven forbid a woman walked with Jesus, led others, and carried his message without needing to be rescued from sin. I wasn't a cautionary tale. I was a disciple, a witness, a force. My name is Mary, of Magdala, a coastal village on the Sea of Galilee. I had money of my own, independence, influence, and I used it to follow him. But before that, I carried something dark, not shame, not scandal, but pain. The Gospels say 7 demons were cast out of me. Do you know what that means in a world without therapists or medicine? Maybe it was trauma. Maybe it was grief. Maybe I was screaming from things no one could see. But Jesus saw it all, and he didn't turn away, he didn't flinch, he didn't ask what I did to deserve it. He just said, "Come." And so I did. I followed him. Not as a groupie or a background figure, but as one of the few who stayed when it got hard, when the crowds left and the miracles slowed and the threats started piling up. I didn't run. I stayed. When he taught by firelight, I listened. When he fed the hungry, I served. When he walked toward danger, I followed. I wasn't the only woman either. There were others, Joanna, Susanna, Salome, women who gave their resources, their time, their reputations, and their lives. But somehow, I'm the one history decided to smear. And you know what hurts most? Not the lies, but how eagerly people believed them. It wasn't enough that I witnessed miracles, that I stood by him when others fled, that I was there at the very edge of death. At the cross, I saw the world end. His blood on the wood, his mother collapsing, the sky going dark, the earth cracking beneath us. I didn't look away, I couldn't. I loved him. Not like the way they twist it now, not some secret affair or hidden romance, but with the kind of love that reshapes your soul, the kind that turns everything before it into ash, that kind of love. So I stayed, through the agony, through the burial, through the silence. I returned to the tomb in the dark. My hands carried spices, not hope. My heart carried grief, not expectation. And when I saw that the stone had been rolled away, my first thought wasn't resurrection. It was theft, desecration, another cruel twist. I ran, I told the others. Peter came, looked left up, but I stayed. I wept. I bent down again, because I needed to be sure. And that's when I saw them. 2 angels. "Why are you crying?" they asked. I didn't even process that part, because someone behind me called my name. "Mary." And I knew. I turned, and there he was. Alive, radiant, changed, yet familiar. I fell to my knees, but he said, "Do not cling to me. Go to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father." And that was it. The greatest revelation in human history, delivered to a woman, to me, because he chose me. He trusted me, he called me, and I obeyed. I ran back and told them, "I have seen the Lord," the first preacher of the resurrection, the first evangelist, the first messenger of the good news. And they didn't believe me. Women weren't considered credible witnesses. Our words meant little in courts, even less in temples. But heaven didn't wait for male approval. In 591 CE, Pope Gregory the Great stood in front of a congregation and declared that I was the same woman who anointed Jesus' feet with oil, the so-called sinful woman of Luke 7. No evidence, just a mashup of names and stories. A tidy dramatic narrative that made people lean in and whisper. And just like that, the lie spread. For over 1,000 years, I was rebranded. The sinner made the saint, the harlot made holy. They built entire legends on my back, gave me lovers, made me penitent, threw me into caves, turned me into a fairy tale. But here's the truth. I didn't need to be rescued from my sexuality. I needed to be remembered for my strength. I didn't beg for grace. I stood in it. I didn't wash his feet with tears of regret. I walked beside him with purpose. And yet, history keeps trying to stuff me into a mold I never fit. You want to talk faith? I followed him when the world fell apart. You want to talk courage? I faced soldiers, skeptics, and silence, and still spoke. Jesus never looked at me with pity. He looked at me with power. He didn't condemn me. He called me. And he didn't define me by my past. He gave me a future. So to every woman who's ever been misnamed, misunderstood, misrepresented, I see you. I am you. The truth still stands even after centuries of slander. And the truth is this: I am Mary Magdalene, disciple, witness, messenger. I preached the resurrection before pulpits existed. I stayed when others ran, and I spoke even when they didn't want to listen. Jesus didn't judge me. Why did you?